You keep thinking about getting rich. You watch videos, read books, even make mental plans, but when it comes to taking action, something always stops you. Maybe it's doubt, maybe it's fear of failure, or maybe you're just overwhelmed by where to start. And while you wait for the perfect moment, time keeps slipping away. The harsh truth? The longer you hesitate, the further behind you fall. And trust me, no amount of wishing will change that. Right now, someone with less knowledge, fewer resources, and zero special talents is out there making moves, building wealth, and setting themselves up for a future you're still just dreaming about. What's the difference? They started. That's it. They didn't have everything figured out, but they took the first step. And if you don't, you'll look back in a year, 5 years, or even 10, realizing you're in the exact same place, while they're living the life you wanted. The good news? You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need to know everything. You just need to start. And in this video, you'll discover the exact steps to finally break out of this cycle and make real progress toward financial freedom. This isn't about vague motivational talk, it's about real, actionable strategies that actually work. So, if you're tired of waiting and ready to take control, keep watching. Because by the end of this, you'll know exactly what to do next. Define your financial target with real numbers. Saying I want to be rich is like saying I want to be fit without a workout plan. It's vague, directionless, and easy to ignore. The real game changer? Assigning an actual number to your goal. How much do you need to retire comfortably? What's the price tag on the lifestyle you dream about? Whether it's $1 million or $10 million, locking in a concrete figure forces the brain to shift from fantasy to strategy. Without a target, you're just running in circles, hoping to make it someday, but someday never comes. Now, let's get real. Think about what your ideal life costs. Want to live in a high-rise in Miami, drive a Tesla, and travel first class twice a year? Run the numbers. A luxury apartment could cost $5,000 a month, a Tesla payment might be $1,000, and first-class tickets could be another $10,000 annually. That's a rough annual cost of $100,000 before taxes. If passive income is your goal, you'll need at least $2.5 million invested at a 4% return to sustain that lifestyle. This is how the wealthy think. Everything is mapped out, down to the dollar. But numbers alone won't cut it. Deadlines create urgency. A goal without a timeline is just a wish. Do you want to hit your first $100,000 in 5 years? Retire at 40? Pay off your mortgage in 10 years? Whatever it is, stamp a deadline on it. When Elon Musk sets a goal, he doesn't say, "I'll build a rocket, eventually." No, he sets impossible deadlines and then finds a way to make them happen. Wealth building is no different. A clear target and a deadline force you to think strategically, cut distractions, and focus on what actually moves the needle. And here's the secret. Once you have a number and a deadline, you can reverse engineer the process. If your goal is $1 million in 5 years, that's $200,000 per year, about $16,000 a month. What skills, businesses, or investments can generate that? The moment you define these numbers, wealth stops being a dream and becomes a calculated mission. But numbers alone won't make you rich, execution does. And in the next step, you'll see exactly how one skill can change everything. Start with one income-generating skill today. Wealth isn't built on luck, it's built on skills. And the sooner you develop a valuable skill, the sooner you start making real money. The mistake most people make? They wait for the perfect opportunity instead of mastering something profitable today. Sales, marketing, investing, copywriting, coding, pick one and commit. But here's the catch. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, you'll quit the moment it gets tough. Think about it. How many people start businesses or side hustles just to burn out because they hate the process? If you're going to dedicate years to a skill, make sure it's something you actually like, or at least don't mind improving every day. The key is to start small. If you want to learn sales, don't overthink it. Pick up a book like The Psychology of Selling by Brian Tracy and start applying what you learn. If investing sounds interesting, open a brokerage account with just $50 and start experimenting. Want to get into online business? Learn how to write persuasive product descriptions or run Facebook ads. These small actions compound, and before you know it, you'll have a skill that people pay big money for. The sooner you get good at something, the sooner you escape the "how do I make money" trap. And don't fall for the jack of all trades mindset. Being decent at 10 things won't make you rich, being elite at one will. Think about it, Warren Buffett doesn't dabble in random businesses. He mastered investing. Jeff Bezos focused on e-commerce. Elon Musk obsessed over engineering and scaling businesses. The richest people in the world aren't trying to be good at everything, they dominate one thing first, then expand. You don't need to be the best in the world, just better than most people. That alone will put you in the top 1% of earners in your field. But learning a skill is just step one. If you're not using it to make money, it's just a hobby. The next step? Turning your savings into real investments. Because if your money isn't working for you, you'll always be stuck working for money. And in the next section, you'll see exactly how to start multiplying your income without waiting years to get ahead. Turn savings into investments immediately. Saving money is a great start, but it won't make you rich. If you let your cash sit in a bank account, inflation eats away at its value year after year. That's why the wealthy don't just save, they invest. Even a small amount, like $50 or $100 a month, can turn into a fortune over time if put into the right assets. Stocks, real estate, or even starting a small side business, these are the real wealth builders. The key is to stop thinking of saving as the final goal and start seeing it as a stepping stone to financial freedom. Think about this. If you save $200 a month for 10 years, you'd have $24,000. Not bad, right? But if you invested that same $200 in an S&P 500 index fund, averaging 10% annual returns, you'd have around $41,000 instead. That's nearly double for doing nothing but letting your money work for you. And that's just with $200. Imagine what happens when you increase that amount or invest in higher return assets like rental properties or dividend stocks. The point is, money sitting idle is money being wasted. Now, you might be thinking, but I don't know anything about investing. That's exactly why you need to start. Open an investment account, buy shares of an ETF like VOO or SCHD, or research beginner-friendly real estate platforms. The best way to learn is by doing. Even if you start with $50, you're building the habit of making money work for you. And as you gain confidence, you can scale up, diversify, and take advantage of bigger opportunities. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. But investing alone won't cut it if you don't act with urgency. Most people push their financial goals into the future, telling themselves they'll start someday. That's why the next step is crucial, eliminating the someday mindset and creating a 90-day plan that forces you to take action now. Because waiting won't make you rich, moving will. Eliminate someday thinking with a 90-day plan. Most people say they'll start making money someday. Someday they'll invest. Someday they'll start that business. Someday they'll take their finances seriously. But someday never comes. The only way to break free from this cycle is to create a short-term, high-pressure plan that forces action. That's why a 90-day challenge is so powerful. It gives you a deadline, a sense of urgency, and a clear roadmap. No more waiting for the perfect moment. You start now, even if you don't feel ready. Here's how it works. First, pick one skill that can generate income, something you actually enjoy, or else you'll quit when it gets tough. Whether it's sales, marketing, trading, freelancing, or even flipping items online, commit to learning and applying it daily. Then, within the first 30 days, find a way to make your first dollar from it. By the 60-day mark, aim to scale it up. And by day 90, have a system in place where this skill consistently brings in extra money. Even if it's just an extra $500 a month, that's money you didn't have before. But don't stop there. Put a portion of your earnings into savings and investments immediately. Whether it's 10%, 20%, or more, This habit turns short-term action into long-term wealth. And the best part? When you see real money coming in from something you built, your confidence skyrockets. You realize that making money isn't about luck, it's about consistent action. The goal isn't to get rich overnight, it's to develop the mindset and habits that make wealth inevitable. Now, here's the real secret. The people you surround yourself with will either push you forward or keep you stuck. If everyone around you is making excuses, you'll do the same. But if you're surrounded by people who are taking action, success becomes your new normal. And that's exactly what we'll talk about next: how to build a network that forces you to level up. Build a money system, not just good intentions. Most people have good intentions when it comes to money. They say they'll save more, invest smarter, and stop wasting cash on things they don't need. But without a system, those promises mean nothing. Willpower fades, motivation dies out, and before they know it, they're back to square one. That's why the wealthy don't rely on discipline alone. They build systems that make financial success automatic. If you want to get ahead, you need a money system that runs on autopilot, making wealth building effortless. Start by automating everything. Set up automatic transfers so a percentage of your income moves straight into investments before you even see it. This could be a brokerage account for stocks, a Roth IRA for retirement, or even an index fund like the S&P 500. If you have to manually decide to save or invest every month, you'll find reasons to skip it. But when it happens automatically, you build wealth without even thinking about it. Next, track your spending, but make it simple. You don't need a complicated budget, just a quick weekly check-in to see where your money is going. Apps like Mint or an app can help, but even a basic spreadsheet works. The key is awareness. When you see exactly how much is slipping through your fingers on impulse buys, you naturally start making better decisions. Small leaks sink big ships, and in personal finance, it's the unnoticed spending that keeps people broke. But the most important part? Grow your income. No budget or investment strategy will save you if you're stuck earning peanuts. Your system should include a plan to increase your cash flow, whether that's learning high-income skills, building a side business, or negotiating higher pay. Because the more money you make, the easier it is to save, invest, and multiply your wealth. And speaking of multiplying wealth, the people around you play a huge role in your financial success. Surround yourself with action takers, and watch how fast your mindset shifts. Surround yourself with action takers, not dreamers. Success isn't just about what you know, it's about who you surround yourself with. If you spend time with people who only talk about getting rich but never take action, you'll absorb their habits of procrastination and excuses. But when you're around those who execute, invest, and take risks, you start thinking differently. Your mindset shifts from wishing to doing, from excuses to execution. The people in your circle will either hold you back or push you forward. There's no in-between. Think about it. If your closest friends always complain about being broke, blame the system, or say wealth is just for the lucky ones, that mindset seeps into you. But if you're surrounded by investors, entrepreneurs, and high performers, your perspective changes. You start seeing money as a game you can win, not a struggle you're trapped in. That's why top earners join masterminds, attend high-level networking events, and build relationships with go-getters. They know proximity to success breeds success. So, where do you find action takers? Start with online communities, business events, and investment groups. Platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, and private Discord servers are filled with people who are making moves. But be intentional, don't just follow them, engage. Ask questions, offer value, and build real relationships. Over time, these connections can lead to opportunities you never imagined. Many millionaires didn't start rich, they started by connecting with the right people and learning how wealth really works. And once you level up your circle, something else happens. You start seeing opportunities you never noticed before. Conversations shift from how do I save money to where should I invest next. Ideas start flowing, partnerships form, and your income potential skyrockets. But there's one more step. Beyond networking and strategy, there's a deeper level of financial clarity that most people ignore. And it all starts with reflection and paying attention to the bigger picture. Meditate on your finances and pay attention to God's signs. Money isn't just numbers in a bank account, it's deeply connected to your mindset, emotions, and even your spiritual path. Most people chase wealth without ever stopping to reflect on their financial choices, their habits, or the signs life is giving them. But real financial success comes from clarity. Take time every day to meditate on where you are, what's working, and what needs to change. If you're always too busy to think, you're likely repeating the same money mistakes over and over. Spiritual wisdom and financial wisdom go hand in hand. Proverbs 3 verse 6 says, "In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight." When you align your financial goals with purpose and faith, the right opportunities become clearer. Maybe you've been hesitating on an investment, ignoring a business idea, or staying in a job that drains you. Sometimes, the right path isn't about working harder, it's about paying attention to the signs and having the courage to move. A practical way to do this is journaling. Every morning or night, write down your financial wins, mistakes, and the lessons you've learned. Ask yourself, am I handling my money wisely? Am I making decisions based on fear or faith? What is one small action I can take today to improve my financial future? These small moments of reflection build self-awareness, and self-awareness leads to better financial decisions. When you stop running on autopilot, you gain control. The biggest breakthroughs don't happen in chaos, they happen in moments of stillness. When you pause, reflect, and trust the process, you start making choices that align with both wealth and peace of mind. And now that you've built a rock-solid financial mindset, it's time to take the next step, because knowing all this means nothing if you don't apply it. So, how do you actually put all this into action and start seeing results? Let's talk about that next. You've spent enough time thinking about getting rich, now it's time to actually do something about it. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't luck or talent, it's action. You now have a clear roadmap, real strategies, and a step-by-step process to build wealth. The only thing left? Taking that first step. Because if you don't, a year from now, 5 years from now, you'll still be stuck in the same cycle of wishing, while others who started today are miles ahead. So ask yourself, are you really willing to let another year slip by without making a change? And listen, this journey isn't easy, but you don't have to do it alone. That's why you need to stay connected. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the strategies that could transform your financial future. Every video is packed with insights that will help you stay on track, avoid costly mistakes, and finally build the wealth you've been chasing. But if you're serious about taking this to the next level, there's something you need to see. Holistic health, nourish your mind, balance your finances, transform your life isn't just another course, it's a complete blueprint to financial freedom. You'll learn exactly how to create passive income streams, eliminate debt, and maintain mental clarity under financial pressure. Don't let another day pass in uncertainty. Click the link in the pinned comment now and start transforming your finances today. It's your time. Check out the material in the pinned comment.